Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. You ask, you shall receive. I've had a lot of people ask me, how can I find an affordable $500 e-bike out there in the market that's good? So what I did, I went on Amazon and I did all kinds of research. I searched for the cheapest e-bike I could find, and guess what, guys? I came up with this one right here. Now this is the Monster 100 by Ramo. Now this one right here is a 21 speed, has an air pump seat. There's a lot of features. We're gonna get into all of it in today's video. And guys, best part, it's under $600. Great deal right here. Let's get right to it. So you're probably wondering, in a cheap bike like this, very inexpensive, is it true that they're not comfortable? Well, it's false. Actually, there is shocks built into this one here. So it does have the front shocks right here, and it has an air padded seat. Now that's something I haven't even seen on those $2,000 e-bikes that I reviewed on this channel. So it is actually a very comfortable ride. Now you will notice one glaring thing about this is it looks just like a regular mountain bike with an added battery and a motor. Now the motor is going to be right back here. So I'll go over that in just a minute as far as the specs, but basically they went with a basic design that looks like a regular bike with the battery and motor. So let's talk about the battery. Now this battery right here, it looks like it's just a little added pack that gets put onto a regular mountain bike. It's a 36-volt battery. Now because the bike is so light, you're still going to get about a 50-mile range on this, which is fantastic for a budget bike. Now again, there are some out there that are 48-volt batteries. Now those are put on those bikes because they're bigger, meatier bikes that look like an e-bike, whereas this one looks like a regular bike with a battery pack. So now the motor is located right here. Now this is going to be right down here in your rear tire. Now this is a 350-watt motor. So that's the big difference you're going to notice on e-bikes with price, is the size of the motor. Now again, this is 350. They've got 500, 750s, and 1,000-watt motors. Now that's going to change your actual torque on your bike. So what that's going to do is determine, getting up those hills, how much power you can get without pedaling at all. Whereas with a 350, it would just be a little bit slower up those hills. But keep in mind, with any e-bike, in the United States at least, they are regulated by speed, by class. So now this bike right here is going to be regulated at 20 miles per hour, but there is a way to override that. Basically, just by changing the tire size on the control panel right here, you're able to go faster because it confuses the computer inside the bike. Now your speedometer is going to be a little bit off when you do that, but you can still get up there in that 40, 50 mile an hour range if you do what I shared in that other video, which is pretty darn cool. Now again, this thing has a 36-volt battery and 350-watt motor on it. Now I talked about the saddle because that's important. When you're on a bike like this and you want to ride those 50 miles, you don't want to do it uncomfortable. So this is a way to be comfortable, is to have one of these really comfy seats. Now you could put a seat cover or replace the seat on most bikes, but this one you don't have to, because built in, it's super padded and it has an air pump right under here that you go ahead and, just like those old tennis shoes, those old sneakers from the 80s, you just squeeze that and it pumps it up and makes it super, super comfy. So that's a cool add-on. I've actually never seen that on an e-bike, and this one, again, last time I checked on Amazon, I'll put the links in the description of this video, but it was under $600, and then they had a $50 coupon on top of that. Very affordable. And let's talk about the shifter. Now this is actually quite interesting because I've not seen this on an e-bike, and the fact that this is on a budget e-bike is actually pretty impressive, because typically e-bikes will have 7 shifters where you'll just shift your gears right up here just like that. Well, this one has a 21 speed, so you've got it on this side. You also have a shifter over here on this side, which is pretty interesting. Now, if you look at the panel here, I don't know if you can see it very well in the camera, but it is a very basic camera. As you can see, I've only gone 0.1 miles on this. I fully charged it, but you can change your speed levels right here up to 5 levels. Some of the more budget-friendly bikes out there that you find at Walmart or on Amazon typically only go 3 speeds, where this goes 5, so you can get a little bit more torque on your throttle. Now, when you talk about throttle, there's a couple different types of e-bikes. You've got the kind that has a little button that you just push down, kind of like this bell button. It's plastic, they do break. This one here actually has a turn throttle. So it's actually what they call a half throttle, which is an upgrade on most e-bikes. This one comes standard, and I don't need to say this again, but the price on this was incredible. And I searched all kinds of bikes around $500 on Amazon. This definitely had the highest ratings. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. You can buy an e-bike for around $500 to get you where you need to go. Let me take this on the road, ride it around a little bit, check it out. Hey everybody, I just finished the riding scenes on this bike right here. Guys, if you want to see the full review of this bike, including lots of shots of me riding it, I will have a full review on this channel shortly. But I just wanted to give you a quick update. This bike is available for under $600 right now, so I wanted to get this introduction video out to you guys as quickly as possible. Now again, I searched everywhere for the best bike under $600, and this one here came just over $500. And to be honest with you, I was able to get this thing up to 20 miles an hour no problem with straight throttle. Didn't even need to pedal with this motor, with this bike. And even those $2,000 e-bikes only go 20 miles an hour because of the regulator. There's always ways to override that, but just right out of the box, this goes just as fast as those expensive ones. And let me tell you what, it's a whole lot more comfortable. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll put links to where you can get this on Amazon in the description section of this video. Thanks again for watching. Bye.